CuriosityStream is the streaming service for people who want to know more. And now check out Curiosity's new series, Queens of Ancient Egypt. When pharaohs held the throne, their wives held the power.
We see her taking precedence over the pharaoh, an absolute mastermind.
All hail the queens.
This is unprecedented.
Watch Queens of Ancient Egypt now on CuriosityStream. With monthly, annual, and bundled plans. Find the one that works for you at CuriosityStream.com.
We're good to go?
Yeah.
I figured as much.
This week, Brandon's bringing back beers from Hawaii. This is episode 123 of the Malting.
What's the Hapstone, the hops, got yeast, that's beast. This the Molten Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Molten Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Aloha, and welcome to the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
Brandon, welcome back from your lengthy trip to Hawaii. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for watching my cats.
You know what? Thank you for having old beer in the beer refrigerator for me to drink.
Did you try your shirt on?
I've not tried it on yet, no, but I did open up those chocolate-covered macadamia nuts last night. Very good. And I did pour a little bit of that Hawaiian whiskey.
How was it?
Very tasty. So much so that I'm like, I should pace myself on this bottle. Like, it's not like mind-blowing, but it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this again.
So I haven't tried it. Mm-hmm. But so the big thing in Hawaii is they have, they're called ABC stores.
Right.
And it's basically like their 7-Eleven.
I say right because I think they have that on the West Coast as well.
Maybe, but they're literally on like every fucking corner in Hawaii. It was like, you look up an ABC store, there was one on one corner, and then you go down the block, there's one on that block, and then one over a block, and they all sell the same thing. So this one was a little bigger, and just out of curiosity, I was looking for local stuff, and then I was like, saw a bunch of rum, and I'm like, I know you don't drink rum that much.
Yeah, I mean, I like a cocktail with it.
Yeah. But then I was like, so I saw that bottle, and I Googled it, and I was standing in the store, like watching YouTube reviews and like reading like reviews and stuff like that, and I was like, that one sounds like a good one. So,
did you get yourself one as well?
I did not.
Oh, well.
I'm glad I didn't because my luggage would have been over.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Well, you can have some when you come by.
Because when I did that, and then like I brought these beers back, I was at like 46 pounds. It was like a struggle. Like Becca had like a larger bag. When they weighed it on the flight home, it was exactly 50 pounds.
Holy shit.
Like exactly. When we weighed it, it was 49.9. So
close enough.
But her mom made her we brought 10 boxes of those chocolates back.
Oh my God.
And Becca originally had them all in her suitcase. And then she was like, I'm afraid they're going to get smashed. I'm like, yeah, by your clothes. I'm like, there's no way, like the way they're right in the middle, like even if stuff comes down, like the suitcase is going to protect it more or less. But so we ended up putting it into a carry-on bag, and like luckily we did because otherwise we would have been over the weight.
And those chocolates are delicious.
Yeah. And then I was getting blamed because I didn't have a bigger bag. They're like, you need to, like, both of...
you ruined it!
Yeah, well, both of Becca's parents were like, you need to get a bigger bag so you don't run into this problem anymore. And I'm like, how is this my fault? I planned for what I was going to bring back. Like, I grabbed exactly what I wanted, and I'm under the weight limit. Yeah. Our big issue was, so we went ahead and got Benjamin his own suitcase. So he's got and it's like smaller than a carry-on. It's a little like rocket ships. It's not shaped like a rocket ship, but it's got like space themed stuff on it. And it came with a matching backpack. And it literally holds like a couple of changes of clothes.
Sure.
And like we put some books, and I think we stuffed his like toy baby in there. Because babies go in luggage.
That's what I've always said.
So we did that, and I was like, that's not the problem. I was like, Benjamin has a significantly smaller bag this time, and like, I was like, and also we were here for 2 weeks. Like,
yeah,
what do you, like?
That's not bad. I mean, the fact that you're able to, get that all into that bag and those bags, and there was no issues. I mean, this is by the way, anybody who's listening, we have movies on sometimes now. I have Brandon watching Terrifier 2, and if you've seen Terrifier or Terrifier 2, it's messed up. It's pretty intense.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
I don't know. He's distracted by Art the Clown. This is the beginning of Terrifier 2. Lots of blood.
Yeah, so that being said, so I packed enough clothes to where, like, look, the first week we were there, we didn't have a washing machine. And when we got there, I asked Beck, I'm like, did you pack enough stuff from Benjamin? She's like, yeah, like, we've got enough shorts and everything. I'm like, well, what about underwear? Like, the first 2 days there, like, because his sleep was so off, like, he was having accidents. I'm like, it was like, we were out of underwear.
Oh, jeez.
And we had to go to pull-ups. And I'm like, this is some reverse shit. We shouldn't be going backwards. We went to Target, luckily. And I was like, in my head, I was thinking, I'm like, Target's going to be so fucking expensive. But it was like, in Hawaii, it was the equivalent of like Target here. Like, it was not any more expensive.
Nice.
Like, I thought it was fine. Like, we went and bought pack of kids' underwear for like $8.99. And it was like 7 pairs of underwear.
Yeah. That's how much I pay for my underwear.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky.
If I buy underwear.
It's used.
I never wear underwear.
And from the thrift
Overrated.
store.
Oh, look, a Target ad just popped up. Fucking listening.
Stop listening to me.
But yeah, so overall it was a good trip. And grabbed a couple of beers while I was out there. We're gonna sample on some of them now and talk about them. And yeah.
What's the first one we're drinking?
So the first one we're drinking is from Big Island Brewhaus. It is their Golden Sabbath Belgian-style Abbey Ale brewed with Hawaiian honey. I was excited when I saw this. I saw this on the Big Island. There was a liquor store that I went into that my father-in-law actually wanted to stop into because he actually wanted to get some bitters. Because we went to Costco and bought a handle of bourbon, and we were making like iced tea old fashions.
Ooh, nice.
Basically, which were fantastic.
Sounds fantastic.
Literally was like our drink for the entire week. Every night we were just throwing back old fashions.
Sounds pretty good. Glad I got you that bottle for your birthday and left it until now.
So anyway, we went in there, and this is also the place where I saw like a ton of Bourbon County Stout just sitting on the shelves.
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. There's a bunch of that.
But I saw this because I had this when we were there last spring when I was in Hawaii. We actually went to the Big Island Brewhaus, and they had their Belgian-style Abbey on tap, and I tried it, and I liked it, and I really wanted to bring a bottle home, but they just had like the giant bombers, and I was like, that just. Trying to fit things back, it did not make sense to try to stuff that in.
They would have been so mad at you because you would have been over.
Yep. So there is some scribblings on the side that I will read.
Baby.
It says, a buzz with harmonious flavors, Golden Sabbath is ideal for a slow Sunday, a nightcap, and perfect with lobster or creme brulee. A blessed harmony of noble hops, pale malts, and Hawaiian honey. Our Belgian yeast adds delicate caramel apple nuances and lets the honey shine. Unfiltered, keep chilled, and drink fresh.
What a modge podge of like suggestions of what to have it with,
and
when to have it.
a slow Sunday, a nightcap, or when you throw your back out.
You could have it with lobster. You could have it with creme brulee. You could have it with cheese stick that you got from the ABC.
And this is perfect if you ever get crabs. You can just dip your balls right in and drown them.
Jesus. Well, I
would not dip my balls in this.
I would not do it either. I'll say this. You know that I've talked about how I've kind of sided more on not really being into Belgian beers that much anymore. Like, I do like them. I do appreciate them, but they're just not my go-to style. Yeah. But I will say that this one is very, very tasty.
Yeah, I enjoyed it when I had it. I want to see if it says what the ABV. Yeah, 8.5%.
Holy biscuits. I did not think that.
Yep. It's Hawaii's highest brewery, 2,764 feet above the sea.
Oh, I thought they were smoking weed. They're always high.
That could be too.
Yeah, I get a lot of those Belgian-y, like clove notes. There is small banana, like at the bottom of it. Not very strong, which it's okay. But there's a nice sweetness that I'm getting that I think it's got to be from the Hawaiian honey.
To me, it feels like, and this is just me being, pretentious and whatever. It feels like it almost tastes like a slightly watered down version of like the Belgian I brew.
I could see that. Yeah, like a little bit lighter.
Yeah. Watered down's not the right word.
No, yeah, but I knew what you meant. That's what you were going for.
Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah, Chris Jericho's in this, but not until the end, the very, very end.
He dies. He's the last person to die.
Oh no, it's weird. It's super weird.
Come in and suplex everybody.
Yeah, this is good, and it's unfiltered. And for being unfiltered, it's funny because you got the bottom.
It's super clear.
And me, I got a little. I think it's just it's just chill haze on my glass. Like it's really clear. It's a nice golden color. Smells like a Belgian beer. Smells like Belgian yeast. You know what you come to expect. It's really, really good, man. I like this.
I think what I'm getting like a lot of like that sweetness is probably coming from that honey.
Yeah. And it's not like super sweet. It's actually just very enough.
It's sweeter than I think it's sweeter than like Pedestrian, like that we really
yes,
a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
But that just makes me curious. Like I would never, like I don't think I would stray and add honey to it. But it's an interesting way to play with. You could
do like a 1 gallon version of it.
Oh, that's true. I'd be curious to know when they add. When do you think that wouldn't be like?
I don't know as far as
fermentation
like boil,
or
I don't know. I've never used honey in a beer, so I actually don't know. I would think at some point during the boil, but then I'd also be worried about caramelization. Although there's tons of sugars in there anyway, so I don't know how honey would react.
And there's been, it may be Pedestrian, I don't know, some beer that I brew, like literally start off the boil with throwing in a pound of sugar.
The Belgian candy.
Yeah.
Sugar. Oh, jeez, I'm already burpy.
So,
not gonna lie, I told you before we started, I did have some anti-heroes before I got here.
I don't blame you.
Feeling pretty good. It's like an after the final pour for me.
Because I feel like you would lose the honey if you didn't do it like during fermentation or like as.
If you did it during fermentation,
or blend it during bottling, or no, because then you could get fermentation again. And
if you did it during fermentation, I think you're looking at drying out this beer, and it's not a dry beer. So,
right, Big Island Brewhaus, how'd you do it?
Let us know, please. What's the name of this beer again?
Golden Sabbath.
Brandon, how many Sabbath days? How many Black Sabbath albums are you gonna give this one?
I'm gonna go with like 3.75. I don't remember what I gave it last time, but I'm around 3.75.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I maybe 3.5 for me, and that's preference, not on the beer. I think the beer is fantastic. I think people who really enjoy Belgian beers would really like this. It's a little bit different with the sweetness, but I kind of like it. Mm-hmm. I actually find it more approachable. It's wild that it's 8.5%. Like that's I would not have thought that. Because there's no like booziness to it, And then 8.5 beers can have some boozy bite to it, but I also feel like this could, if I were to blind taste test this without knowing, I probably wouldn't. You didn't tell me. I probably would have said like 6%. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like even the Belgian, the Pedestrian, what did I get it to last time? Like 9.8 almost?
Yeah, that was insane.
And that didn't drink like that either. Like,
not at all.
I think the flavors of the Belgian yeast kind of mask that really well.
Yeah, I mean...
any booziness that might be there.
There's some hot Belgian beers like that are like, whew, that's boozy, baby.
I think it just depends on how you do it, too.
Yeah. Maybe the honey is helping with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, honey. Thanks, Hawaiian honey.
Hot Hawaiian honey?
That's what we talking about hot honey again?
Hot honey beer?
Here's the cooking portion of the episode.
I would love hot honey in a beer.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Did you see Eric Flores from Whiskey Hill? I saw like right before you came, and I was coming downstairs. I was looking on Facebook. I think he was doing something at the brewery, and he had a French press, and he had ghost peppers and some other like adjuncts. Like,
did he have the Pepper X?
No. But I saw that and I was like, what are you doing, Eric? What are you up to?
Ooh, man, ghost pepper. I mean, spicy beers are fun, but I like spicy food. I like spicy things. I kind of like spicy beers, but I don't like killer spicy beers.
Ghost pepper, cinnamon, coconut, and cocoa. Yeah. I'd be interested to see.
Huh, I'd try that.
Doing that.
Well, I have a whole bunch of bourbon counties now, so we can do stuff like that. And by a whole bunch, I mean...
Do you have any of that jerky I gave you?
No, I've not had it yet. Which is that a new one or the one that you made last time?
Well, remember I told you I had jerky sitting in the fridge? Did you ever have any of that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, so that's that.
No, I sat here. I ate most of your Ritz crackers. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
They're not here right now. I think there was one left.
No, there wasn't.
Oh man, I did eat them all. I sat here and drank beers.
Got another rack of them if you want me to put one up next to you.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but I mean, the cats would come over here and I'd pet them and we'd sit here and I'd be on my phone. I'd send you videos that I thought were funny on TikTok, and
Much appreciated.
The cats. It was easy breezy.
Yeah, it was so weird because, being there, and I'd wake up in the morning. I'd get alerts on my phone at 3:00 in the morning when the woman that came in the morning was watching the cats.
And what's the time difference there in Hawaii?
5 hours.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And then whatever, get up, we're going about our day, and it's some days it was 12:30, and I'm like, wait, Tony's at the house already? I'm like, oh yeah,
I just
getting
got
home from work.
Yeah.
It's oh yeah, that makes sense.
No, it was great. The first couple of days, they had no interest in me, and then as the days went on, they were definitely interested in seeing me. And dude, that camera in your kitchen is hilarious and fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't need one right now, but I think at some point I might get one of those. It's so cool.
I mean, I think I paid $39 for it. It was pretty sweet. And Benjamin's funny. He didn't notice it until we got back. I put it up the day before we left, and he didn't notice it until we got back. And then now he's been obsessed with it. And he's like, "Hey, today I was getting dinner ready." Hey. He's like, "Hey, Dad, it's watching you." I'm like, "What's watching you?" He's like, "The camera. It moved. It's following you." I'm like, "Thanks, bud."
You can watch it later. That was a very cool camera. But yeah.
How many Sabbaths? Oh, yeah, you said about 3.5.
Yeah, sorry. I did. I didn't give you the opportunity to ask me. Yeah, about 3.5 Black Sabbath albums. It's good. I like it. It was a tasty beer. I'm glad I got to try it.
What would you like to go to next?
I think I'm going to keep it. Oh, man. You know what? I'm gonna hop in here. With the Pillbox Porter from, how do you pronounce that? You were in Hawaii, so
I think it's Lanikai.
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 Sure. Lanikai Brewing Company. Pillbox Porter. Island inspired. This is 6.5%. Well, let's see if I can read this before I open it up. Ooh, Pillbox Robust Porter with vanilla. This brew uses a special blend of Hawaiian and Tahitian vanilla. Offset the notes of chocolate, caramel, and roasted barley malt. A thinner body complements the island climate, and we had just enough hops to cut through the vanilla. I like Tahitian vanilla. That's the vanilla extract that I still have sitting in. I made with a white whiskey or white bourbon that wasn't barrel aged. It was a mash. Ooh, yeah, this looks like Coca-Cola I'm pouring in here.
So I think I'm right. Yeah, Lanikai.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
Googled it, and that's the pronunciation.
Tahitian vanilla has a fruitiness to it.
A little bit.
Pissing the can. Sorry if I went a little heavy on the pour. Ooh, that smells nice. Nice, soft, a tan type head on it. I'm a big fan of porters, as we all may know. As far as aroma goes, I get roastiness, not a lot of vanilla, which is okay. I wasn't expecting a vanilla
bomb.
Yeah, but it smells like a delicious porter. It is robust. It is roasty, a little bit of chocolate, maybe tiny bit of coffee to it, but it definitely.
Went in my nose.
Oh, nice. It poured. The color of it is you can't see through it when I put it in the light, so it's a little darker than some porters that we've had before that we can actually kind of see through. But I kind of like porters like this that teeter on the stout side.
Yeah. Is that your first sip?
It is.
Ooh.
That tastes like, and this is, I hope there's no offense taken to this, but that is just a run-of-the-mill, delicious, robust porter to me.
Yeah.
Because there is that nice, roastiness to it. There is a bit of... There's a bitterness to it, but it's not a super hoppy bitter. It's almost like a roasty bitterness. So I know they didn't say what hops they use, but they use the hops to kind of cut through some of that vanilla. I'm not getting a ton of vanilla in it.
No, I'm getting more vanilla on the nose, which I'm okay with. It's more it's not straight on vanilla. It's mixed in with all the other stuff. You're getting kind of an essence. I'm kind of getting that on the tongue.
It's subtle. I just took a big sip and kind of let it sit in my mouth and swish it around a little bit. It's a very subtle vanilla. And now, like, sorry, breathing in, like,
Yeah.
there's like the robust, I keep using robust, but there's like the roastiness, a little bit of like, not burnt, but roastiness is the best way I can describe it. And then there's like this subtle vanilla that kind of like coats my tongue.
Yeah, part of me was, first I was thinking, I was like, okay, I took a couple sips and I was like, maybe if it warms up a little bit, we'll get more vanilla. But I feel like when things warm up, that's when like the chocolate and stuff like that kind of becomes a little more pronounced.
Sure.
But there has been instances where like I think vanilla has become a little more prominent as well. I'm not saying that it's not there. I think it's there. It's just kind of mixed in with everything else. And it's, what I want to say is, not in a bad way, I mean, it's lost.
Sure.
And
like so much so that maybe if we don't like fully notice it, maybe it's just enough to accent some of the other flavors in the beer.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't in there, it'd be interesting to see like what this would taste like.
And maybe that's what they were going for, you know. I would be cool with this being like vanilla being bumped up on this a little more.
Yeah. I like vanilla in porters.
Just because I want it to be more prominent. I don't want to either have to warm it up or have it super chilled, like, you know, however you drink it. Like, there should be, like, you should be able to know that the vanilla is definitely there.
It's like, it's in the background. It is in the background. Like, the more I'm sipping on this and it is starting to kind of, like, make its way there. But I'm also, like, vanilla in beers, I like when vanilla is in a sweet beer where I can, like, I love vanilla. Like, vanilla, like French vanilla ice cream is my favorite. Like just plain old vanilla ice cream is my favorite. I love everything vanilla. I have the smell of vanilla candles burning. I'm very basic. Vanilla Tootsie Rolls. You know those different flavored Tootsie Rolls? The vanilla one is my favorite. I fucking love vanilla. So if vanilla's in something, I'm more of somebody who like I really want to experience the vanilla. But I think that this is more here to help, like when you use it in baking, like if you make like chocolate chip cookies, when you add vanilla in there, you're not really tasting vanilla. It's one of those flavors and not smells, but one of those things that like help boost everything else and kind of bring it together. And I feel like that's what this is doing here. So maybe that's why we're getting all those other flavors because the vanilla is helping boost it.
It just, when you said you were talking about vanilla ice cream, it just brought me back to this morning.
You had a bowl of ice cream?
No, having nothing to do with ice cream.
That's wild.
Benjamin was eating breakfast. I made him a bagel.
He's like, I want ice cream?
No, and then I think I was emptying the dishwasher. And he's like, hey, Dad, you making ice cream? I'm like, what? He's like, you making ice cream? I was like, no. He's like, maybe you should make some ice cream. I was like, do you want me to make ice cream? He's like, I could help. It's like, dude, you got to go to school.
He's not wrong.
And I don't have the stuff for it. I said, would you like to make ice cream soon? He's like, or we could do Halloween cookies. I was like,
this kid just wants some sweets. He wants to get. He's taking after you guys.
I was like, no. I was like, maybe this weekend we'll talk about it because we did in Hawaii. One of the things that we got at Costco was for like $10. They had a Halloween cookie decorating kit.
Oh, fun.
And we did it like the night before we left, or like, no, not the night before, like 2 nights before we left, and made them. And he was like, you know, just putting shit on there. And then he was like, oh, okay, and starts eating it. And like, I'm like, great, right before bed. It was literally right before bed. And then the next day he was like flipping out because he wanted his cookies, and then we just ditched them there. Like we like did not take them home with us. And like luckily he hasn't brought it up. Hasn't been like, where's my fucking cookies? But today we was like, maybe we can make Halloween cookies. And Becca did specifically buy like a ghost cutout, I think, to do Halloween cookies. So we'll see.
I mean, you could make like a Halloween cookie ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm with Benjamin. Either bake some cookies or make some ice cream because 9 out of 10 times I'm getting some of that too, baby.
Yeah, but now I would like. But now I haven't done like a good like vanilla ice cream in a while, and I would love to do that.
Yeah, dude, a vanilla bean ice cream would be awesome.
I've still got like 6 or 7 Madagascar vanilla pods.
Ooh, there we go.
That I could use.
Sign me up. I would love a pint.
Because I would do that as well as, like, I would use the vanilla extract I have that's made with bourbon. Put that in there, and then maybe strip an entire, like, vanilla bean and put that in there, too, just so it's got...
We got to find something to do with my Tahitian vanilla extract.
Smoke it?
Yeah, I mean, just put it in a, pour it over something.
What if that's the thing, like, nobody knew, like, smoking vanilla, like, really fucks you up, like, all these years, people are like, oh, weed's great, you smoke vanilla, and you're just...
Vanilla's the go-to.
Yeah, your mom would never even fucking know. I think you're baking cookies in your room, and here you are, fucking...
There's sugar cookies in there? Nope, Mom, I'm smoking vanilla beans.
Fucking Johnny Climb the Walls is, like, all over the place, like...
Oh, shit. Brandon, how many...
Pillboxes?
Yeah, how many pills are you giving this?
How many pills am I taking? Get a couple 2-3. I'm going to say, for what it is, it's straight run-of-the-mill. Like, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm like 3.6, 3.7.
Nice. Yeah. I like that. I'm a big fan of porters. So for me, if this was available regularly, like just available, I'm leaning more on like the 3.9.
Okay.
Just because like I think it'd be something I'd go back and get more of.
Yeah.
It's tasty, I could have 2 of these. I could easily drink that can to myself and maybe have one more. I love dark beers. And like I said, the vanilla I think is maybe helping accent everything else in there. And it's definitely not something where it's like there are other beers I've had some brown ales that have vanilla in it, and every time I see it I'm like, yeah, that's cool, I guess. But like I said, when other people I'm sure are maybe a little more sensitive to the vanilla and they can pick it up when it's like, subtle like this. Because I like vanilla, I want like vanilla. That's why I loved Bourbon County, vanilla from 2017? The second time they did it?
Oh, yeah.
Which everyone was like, it's a vanilla bomb. And I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted. And
that's what you would expect if that's the highlighting. It's not like Bourbon County bunch of adjuncts and other shit with vanilla. It's Bourbon County vanilla.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and this is a porter with vanilla, so it's like a bonus. That's why I think it's an accent.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 3.9 on this.
Okay, I can appreciate that answer.
And I want more of it. I just want more of this.
There's a little left.
Oh, cool. I'll have that.
No. So definitely not on the agenda for tonight.
Oh boy!
But
here it comes.
When
this is it.
Before I went to go pick up Benjamin, I was running through Jewel, and I don't know why, but I stopped at like the Little Debbie section.
Oh boy!
And I was staring, and I was like, the first thing, my eyes locked on oatmeal cookies.
Yes.
I was like, will it French press?
We'll find out when we do our next Will It French Press.
So I bought a box.
Yes. Dude,
and it was also like $2.75 for a box. I was like, okay.
One of the beers that I want to do, and I think maybe I've talked about it before, is like a brown ale that's an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, so doing that like an oatmeal cream pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it would French press.
Yeah,
we got to do that. But before we do that, we got to take a break real quick.
And we're back.
Did we ever stop recording?
Yeah, I mean, I did.
Interesting. That "and we're back" just felt so fluid. Very nice. Welcome back, everybody. We're drinking beers from Brandon's trip to Hawaii. We've already been through 2, the Golden Sabbath and the Pillbox Porter. And now, is this, how do you pronounce that, Brandon?
Hilo.
Hilo?
Yeah.
Hilo Brewing Company's Humpback Island Lager, 4.2%. And there is no info on this can. Ooh, interesting. I want to know what kind of, I know you're looking it up right now, but I want to know what kind of aroma you're getting off this beer. Is it just me? But it is very specific, the type of aroma I'm getting on this beer. We just cleaned our glasses too, so I'm not getting anything from previous beers.
Yep. Hold on. Ooh.
What do you get? 'Cause I kind of get on the taste too. And it's not what I would expect from a lager.
A little citrusy.
Citrusy? Okay.
A little bit.
What do you get aroma-wise?
I mean, floral.
Okay.
Slightly, I don't know. Maybe not floral. And then I'm also just reading the description now too, so that's like coming into my head.
Read what it says, and then I'm going to tell you what I get.
Humpback Island Lager. It's a perfect blend of grain and floral hops. Earthy aroma with a hint of citrus. So the citrus I thought I tasted before I read that. Our lager is light with a clean finish, a go-to for all occasions, and perfect with a wedge of lime.
And this could just be me, I'm not knocking the beer. I smell apple juice, and I taste the aftertaste of apple juice. Not sweet like apple juice.
Holy shit! Oh god, now it's stuck in my head.
Sorry. I really wanted
Is
you
this
to
a cider?
No, I mean, it doesn't like taste like apples. It's not tart like apples. It's not sweet like apples. There is like this apple type.
Check the can. Is there a bottle on or canned on date?
There is not. And that type of like, I mean, green apple is an off flavor. This isn't green apple as much as it is apple juice.
Yeah.
No, and it's not bad. Like it's not like, and maybe it's just because of the other beers that we've had. It could be that. Maybe we're just picking up something that we wouldn't have. But like now, no, in the aroma, it's like I was like, oh, it tastes like beer, and then I got in there deeper. I'm gonna do what Ray Stout taught us: put a hand on it and swirl it. No, that's fucking smells like apple juice. That smells like apple juice 100% for me. If you smell something else, please let me know.
Nope. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the beer smell was, but as soon as you said apple juice, I'm like, holy shit. That's exactly what I'm smelling.
Dude, I just burped a little bit, and it's like apple juice.
Yeah.
We can't be wrong. Aggie agrees.
I'm curious. I'm super curious now, like, did we get the wrong beer?
Swishing around in my mouth, man, and all I get is like,
if that's how an island lager is though at 4.2%, I'm not mad at it.
and that's the thing. Yeah, I'm not mad at it either. Like, not at all. Like
I can get down with it.
Absolutely. And I don't want people to think that it's like I said, like it's not like a tart or sweet apple. It's like an essence of like apple juice. And I get that in the aroma, and I get that in the taste, but it's also like a lightly carbonated light lager that even with that, like, there, I just burped again. That was more of like a beer burp. So I don't think it was necessarily like an apple burp, but
yeah, and I'm not.
Man,
but
I keep going back in to smell.
And now I'm like, so I'm not getting citrus. I'm like, that's apple that I'm getting. Like,
I mean, it could be like a floral thing that we're missing,
I have been to Hilo Brewing. The last time I was in Hawaii last spring, I was there. What I'm going to check to see is if I had this previously. I don't believe I did, though. I think they had some IPAs that I may have gone for.
Aggie has made her way towards me.
Thank God.
Just stand up here on the bar, man. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like,
in a good way.
Yeah, it's not an off flavor. It's not that green apple. Does green apple come from oxidation or yeast sitting on the? Man, really need to get back into home brewing. But green apple is a common off flavor, and if this is an off flavor, it's not putting me off of this beer.
Agreed.
It is. I mean, it's super clear too, man.
Yeah,
looks like Kind of looks like
apple
yellow
juice.
apple juice. Yeah.
Girl, you're gonna fall.
What's 4.2%?
Yep.
Too. It's I'll be honest. If I picked up a 4-pack of this and I cracked it open and that's what I was getting from it, I would not be mad about it.
No, I could easily crush these.
Yeah, I could probably kill half a 6-pack myself. Ooh, she landed just fine. She's jumping off the chair. Yeah, this is crazy. It's weird because I really do feel like with that descriptor, you would think that it's like off-putting and not good, but it's not bad.
Agreed.
I like it. I think it's good. I would like a little bit more carbonation, I think.
Yeah.
How many humpback whales are you giving this?
For what it is, and because I actually kind of enjoy it, I'm probably 4 to 4.2.
Interesting. Yeah. Very nice. I like that. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to go probably about 3.7.
Okay.
3.75. Just because, unexpected flavors that I wasn't necessarily expecting, but they're not bad. No. You know what I mean? And for what it is, like I said, I'd like a little bit more carbonation. It's a good beer, though.
Agreed.
If people get a chance to try it or have had it, let us know. And maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's just our palates right now. So who knows? Brandon has grabbed the next beverage. Brandon, what are we drinking?
So we're going out of the beer world and moving into tropical seltzer.
One of my favorite things. I love seltzers.
So this is another one from, was it Lanikai, the other one?
Yeah, that was the Pillbox Porter.
Yep. Lanikai Brewing Company, their strawberry and pineapple shave ice.
This is exciting because
Excuse me.
I feel like the world of seltzers, especially in the craft beer, with craft beer breweries, that they've come a long way with changing or adapting and adjusting to different types of seltzers. Like, it's not just like a White Claw or a Truly, which, by the way, everybody, I don't mind those. I think they're pretty good. If you don't like them, that's fine, but don't shit.
Laws when you're drinking claws.
Don't shit on people who like them because they're low calorie and you know what? They're pretty good. You don't have to drink beer to be like someone who's, I don't know what you think. That's my rant. My rant is the seltzer rant. But there are a lot of fun seltzers out there. I mean, we did what was the name of the old Irving seltzer that Matthew brought over with when Ray was here? It was, I remember it was very good. Ooh, the aroma on this. You said there's coconut in here, right?
No.
Nope.
Strawberry and pineapple?
Interesting. It smells like a fucking, smells like Bacardi. It smells like a mixed drink like that.
So have you had shaved ice before?
Absolutely. Holy shit.
So
I just took a sip.
strawberry pineapple, yeah, that's the fucking title. Shave ice has become an iconic part of Hawaiian cuisine and works perfectly as a seltzer. This seltzer uses syrups in the style of traditional shave ice recipes to give it that authentic island taste. The flavor combination of strawberry and pineapple offers a delightful balance of sweetness and tanginess.
What's the ABV? Don't sip. Tell me what the ABV is.
5%.
And the can shows how many calories are in there. What was the calories on
190.
there? 190, that's kind of high for a seltzer.
Yeah. But if they're using those syrups in it,
I'll tell you this, man. I fucking love this.
This is fucking really good. This is really good. Really, really good.
I mean, like I was saying, I know not everybody likes seltzers, but I feel like hard seltzers have come a long way where there's some more fun and creativity that can go into these. And I said coconut because I feel like the tropical strawberry pineapple I think it's a pineapple that's giving it off to me, that I was thinking like coconut just because it's like island tropical type deal. It is really nice, and I gotta be honest, Brandon, I kind of wish that you had grabbed like 4 more of these because they're tasty as shit. This is a great summer drink, man.
Yeah, I just actually poured a little off. I'm gonna make sure Becca gets some.
That's what I figured you were doing. Yeah, very tasty, very, very good. It's yeah,
and so like Hawaiian shave ice is completely different than like the snow cones you get here in the States. And the first time I ever had it, I was actually in Maui for work, and they had
Ooh la la.
Tra-la-la. I went to this place, and they had shaved ice, and they served. It was the way they shaved the ice. It was literally like it was ice cream.
Ooh, nice. That's fun.
And it was almost creamy, and I'm kind of getting that essence.
Sure.
Getting a little like a little bit of creaminess with it, with kind of how it complements the flavors.
Yeah, I think the sweetness in the body of it and the nice carbonation. There's more carbonation in this than there is in the Island Lager that we just had, but it's not like super carbonated like some of the other seltzers.
Yeah.
There's like a nice flavor to this. It's good. The pineapple, I think, outshines the strawberry, but the combination of the two, like I said, I asked if there was coconut in it because I don't know. I don't know why I felt that or smelled that. Maybe it's the pineapple.
I think it's pineapple.
Did you put suntan lotion in my cup before we started drinking this?
Of course.
Oh, that's it then. It's the suntan lotion. No, it's really good. Like I said, I really feel like that seltzers have come a long way from just like, just the Trulies and White Claws. But I like those too, so I'm not gonna lie. When you get a nice strawberry lemonade seltzer, those are fucking delicious.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I don't know when I'll ever be going back to Hawaii.
Probably next spring.
If I do, no.
Just joking.
We got a Disney cruise.
Oh, cool. Is it going to Hawaii?
No. But anyway, like if I do, like I'm seriously gonna seek this out, and if this is the only thing I bring back, like especially if it's like in time for summer, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice. I will help you hopefully remember to get this the next time you might find yourself in Hawaii. And it kind of makes me want to like venture out and try more seltzers that breweries are making. I mean, the Old Irving one, Matthew was saying that they use actually fruit puree in it.
Oh yeah.
So syrups, fruit purees. All this is just kind of nice. But again, like I said, I do enjoy hard seltzers in general. So I'm not sure if everybody else would love it, but it's definitely worth a try, and I really enjoy it. Brandon, what's the name of this beer or the seltzer again?
The Lanikai strawberry pineapple tropical seltzer.
How many snow cones? How many snow cones are you giving this?
Ooh.
By the way, I have Aggie with me right here. If she meows, she's right by my mic.
5. I'm going 5.
Holy shit! Really,
dude?
Wow.
I like it that much. Like I'd go 5.
You're basing it on seltzers, yeah?
Yeah, for what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4.5. I'm with you there. I'm surprised. I mean, I don't disagree that it should be that high. But yeah, I like the lemonade seltzers a lot.
Yeah,
but this is really good. This is really tasty. Aggie, you're gonna fall.
Different than any seltzer that I've had in like the flavor profile.
Yeah,
and the fact, and again, I'm basing it off the fact that it mimics what I know of like shaved ice.
There you go.
So well.
Yeah.
That's why it gets its 5.
The creaminess is there.
Yeah.
There's a nice sweetness to it. It's not like many seltzers that I have, and I think, with the syrups, it's, obviously a little higher on the calorie count being like 190, but you're not going to sit back and, it was a 16-ounce can. You have one of these. That's not bad for a 16-ounce can, actually, because most of the hard seltzers are 12 ounces.
Yeah.
So, and they're like 100 calories.
Yeah.
Not bad for more. Well, I was trying to point at the screen when the guy's face got all chopped up, but I think you missed it.
Oh, darn.
Terrifier 2 still on while we're watching or while we're recording. Yeah, it's very good. Very tasty.
Pleasantly surprised.
Well, Brandon, we've got one more.
Let's do it.
It is the I'm so terrible. I'm going to let you butcher these things, not me. You were in Hawaii, so I feel like you'll have a better chance at pronunciation.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it's Kohola Brewery Kohola Brewery, and it's their Lokahi Pilsner.
I would have said Lokahi Pilsner.
So one cool thing that I learned, actually, I did the brewery tour of Kona Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I learned there is notice the cans.
Yeah.
These ridges.
Yeah.
These are unique to the island of Hawaii.
Why is that?
They didn't say why, but it's just like that's their manufacturer. That's what they do.
It's super cool. I like it.
So, and Kona Brewing is brewed in 3 places in the U.S. on the mainland, because for a short stint, Kona Brewing was owned by AB InBev.
They're not anymore?
Nope. They bought themselves back out to be independent again.
I didn't know that.
But kept a partnership deal to allow AB InBev to still brew Kona Brewing in the U.S.
Good for them.
And do their distribution. So they are a certified independent craft brewer because of that.
Badass.
But they do have like that licensing deal with
Oh,
AB
that's
InBev.
cool. I mean, I liked all the Kona beers.
Yeah.
And again, we're not shy to drink.
And that's also why, like, I didn't grab any. So I take that back. There was one Kona Brewery beer that I did try to find that they gave us on the tour, and it was basically a chocolate brown ale.
What?
And it was fucking fantastic. And he said, check at the, we'll take you back to the restaurant, check at the restaurant, see if they have it in growlers or if they have it in cans or whatever. They didn't have it.
Damn.
So then I made Becca's dad drive to that liquor store again.
That's my
and
phone,
I was like, hey,
Maggie. What are you doing?
Go back to the liquor store. I need to see if I can find this. Could not find it.
Ooh, a chocolate brown ale sounds so fun.
But it was super, super tasty.
Did you get like good chocolate notes from it?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
It was so well balanced. I enjoyed it a lot.
When did they?
I thought I was like, you would like this. That's why I was like,
yeah, dude. When did they acquire it back from AB InBev?
I feel like it was like 2019, 18, 19, something like that.
Interesting. It'd be cool to like try more of the Kona beers, because like, I mean, Kona Blonde is good. I forget the name of it, but like that blonde ale is
Golden Wave.
Yeah, it's always been solid. Like I remember before AB InBev got them that I had tried those beers and got like a mix pack or whatever, and I was like, oh wow, this is cool. So I hope they do more expansion like that chocolate brown ale and try and put out more styles.
They also had a Hefeweizen.
Oh, nice.
When I was there. And what was interesting about the Hefeweizen was they told me that the tour.
They just told you. They were talking to nobody else. They were
The guy kept talking, he's like,
Brandon.
Every time he mentioned something about beer, he's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Brandon, I recognize you from the Malting Hour because, like, I just see you and I know who you are, so I'm gonna speak directly to you.
Literally, when I was getting on the bus, he saw my shirt and he's like, "What's the Malting Hour?" I was like, "Oh,
you don't know?"
I said, "It's a craft beer podcast that I host with my buddy," and he's like, "Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out." And then he just assumed that I knew about beer the rest of the time.
Dude, have you had this yet?
Nope. I told you, like, my whole thing is when I travel, I try to bring back beers that I didn't have there.
I tried to do that when I was in Arkansas.
That's tasty.
That's a fucking Pilsner, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That is a 5.5%, 35 IBUs. That is a tasty, tasty Pilsner.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not somebody who like lose my mind over Pilsners, but when there's a good Pilsner, I mean, the color is, I mean, you can see straight through it. It's a nice, like, golden, I don't even want to say straw. I don't even know, like, yeah, no, straw. Yeah. Like, straw is a light, like, yellow like this. It's like, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. It smells like noble hops. It tastes like noble hops. It's, even with it not being, like, super cold because we pulled it out a while ago, it's crisp. It's refreshing. There's a fruitiness to it. Those noble hops really kind of pop. This is such a really well-made Pilsner.
Yeah, and I think I appreciate craft Pilsners a lot more because it's crazy because when I think back of Pilsners, like, I don't look at, like, the macro styles that we have here. What I think of is, like, going back to, like, the European styles. And this is closely representative of, like, those European styles of, like...
I want to go to Europe to get fresh European Pilsners. Because I feel like we're getting, like...
And lagers.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like,
beer.
I just want, like, fresh European beer. Because I know what we get here, it's a different... I mean, it's been sitting in bottles overseas, it's just... It's coming here to the States, there's still that, like, yes, it was fresh when it was packaged, and even if it's packaged that day, it still takes some time to get here, to then get to a distributor, to then get to a distributor, to then get to a shelf.
Yeah.
Well, there is a lot to do with that, but...
And then, like I told you about, like, when I was in, well, all of Munich and Germany and Greece, like, for my honeymoon, like, there was never a day, like, there was days that we went at it pretty hard, like, drinking. Like, and especially for Becca, like, for her to have, like, 2 liters of beer
and kill it
and wake up the next day and be like, what?
Yeah, like it wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
didn't phase her.
It was just so clean. Like, you feel fucked up in the moment, like, but not as it's not a shitty fucked up. It's not like it's not like that whole, like, you feel heavy, like, because you drank a bunch of beer.
Hungover.
Like, it doesn't sit so heavy. Like, it's just so clean and pure. Like, yeah, I mean, that's why, like, it sucks that like Oktoberfest is always around the same time as Great American Beer Festival.
We gotta still figure that out.
Yeah,
we gotta do it. Do both.
Or we plan to do their Springfest.
I'm okay with that too, like a Mayfest. Yeah,
would not be as batshit crazy as.
No, I'm okay with that too. But the Oktoberfest does sound like a lot of fun. But this beer is so good, I'm done with it. I am done with it. Like, it was refreshing. It's tasty. This is the type of Pilsner that I want to have and drink all the time. This is, you know what it reminds me of? And they don't do it anymore. No, it doesn't remind me of this beer. But you were talking about, like, you know, macro pills or whatever. Yeah. And Sam Adams is still independent and still very big. Yeah. They used to do Noble Pills.
Oh, yeah.
I miss Noble Pills.
That was really fucking good.
I don't understand why, with the, like, craze of craft beer, IPA, and then up and down, and now that craft beer people, you know, those crispy boys, everyone wants those fucking Pilsners, and you're better than everybody else who just wants IPAs. We get it. You like Pilsners. Relax. I wish Sam Adams would bring back Noble Pills. Because that was one of the beers that I remember when I was drinking, like, you know, big IPAs, but also still drinking, like, Sam Adams Lager and getting their mix packs. And I was like, ooh, Noble Pills. That was a Pilsner that I didn't even really realize that was a Pilsner that I would enjoy while I was still drinking, like, Hop Stupid in the 20-ounce bottles that were fucking $4.
Oh, Hop Stupid.
I miss Hop Stupid in the bottles.
You know what's funny? You know what I haven't had in, like, the last 2 years was Hop Slam.
We can make up for that next year.
No, I know.
Actually, I've not had Hop Slam each year.
Yeah, what I was going to say is if we do make our way to Great American Beer Festival next year.
I think so.
Hopefully we will. And if Sam Adams Dogfish Head has their breakfast again, we should corner Jim and be like, hey.
When's Noble Pills coming back?
Bring it back, buddy.
Bring it back. Please. Yeah, man. How many...
I was going to say, how many volcanoes would you give?
Oh, yeah, because there's like mountains of volcanoes on here. Dude, Pilsner, 4 or 5, for sure.
Yep.
Fucking drink this all the time.
I'm in the exact same boat. Fantastic.
Man. Out of all the beers tonight, which blows my mind that I'm about to say this, that's my favorite one.
Okay.
And I like the Robust Putter. Jesus Christ.
Robust Putter. It's a golfer.
The Robust Porter would be number 2. The Seltzer would be number 3. And that's only because I like Seltzers more than Belgian beers. Belgian's coming in 4. And the Hilo Island Lager is the last one. Okay. But again, like the way we normally rate things, just rating it just because you have to choose it. Every single beer that we've had, again, all of them are good. All of them are good. It's all just based on my preference. Very tasty. I think everybody should try these beers.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. If you are in Hawaii, I mean, what's nice, I mean, not nice, but like you can't find these, as far as I know, none of these are distributed to the state. So
I don't think so.
If you make it out there, you know, I think they have a pretty good network, like Inner Island. So yeah, 100% find the stuff on the island.
Where would you rank all these?
I think this one would probably be my favorite. My second would probably be the Golden Sabbath.
Yeah, I thought
third would be the Seltzer. The fourth would be the porter, and then the Hilo would be.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. I like when I asked you, I felt like that's where you would have gone with it. Good, man. All solid beers and a seltzer, like not bad. I know we said the apple juice thing about Humpback, but it's not an off flavor. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the can, maybe it's that batch, maybe it's an old batch. But if that's what the off flavor would taste like for that beer, I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. But this Pilsner, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but like that Pilsner is the winner of the night. I can't believe it beat out the porter for me.
I mean, and that because it just nailed the style.
Yeah.
It very, very, very true to the style.
I really thought that like I was just gonna be like, yeah, it's okay, but it's
fantastic. Really fucking good.
That's fantastic. That seltzer was really good too.
Man. Yeah, that was a hard toss. Like especially for me with the Belgian and the seltzer. Like I think those are pretty closely tied.
I feel like the top three.
And again, I rated the
Pilsner,
seltzer higher, but again, I'm going back in preference of like beers that I like versus like, you know, I can drink a beer in the moment and be like, oh, this is fucking 10 or 5, how we rate it. But then like it doesn't have to be my favorite beer of the night. It's just
just at the moment,
it's perfect for that style.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's and that's how we do things. You guys all know that. You all know how we do things. So if you get a chance to try these beers, try them out. And the seltzer, it's fantastic. And if you have recommendations for us, please let us know. Again, we've gotten some recommendations. We will get to them. I promise.
One of these days.
We're just busy dudes, you know. Yeah. Brandon's got a kid. He's got a kid.
And we got Halloween movies to watch.
That too. He's. Oh man, Brandon, you're about to see a crazy scene here in Terrifier 2.
Is it boobs?
No. It's worse.
Turn it off.
I mean, boobs aren't. Okay, I'm not gonna go that way. Thanks, Brandon, for grabbing these, man. Everything was great. So much fun. And, everybody, if you get a chance, if you end up in Hawaii, check out these beers. Or if you know somebody's going to Hawaii, ask them to grab some of these beers for you because all of these were fantastic, man.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Brandon, I love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We are now coming down to the nitty gritty of the end of the year. It is we're about to be in November. Yeah, it's crazy. A lot's happening. Yeah, and I don't really mean that, but we're making a lot happen.
Stuff's happening.
Stuff is happening. But yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate it, and keep sending those suggestions and likes and all that other stuff. And we'll see you all next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.